I think we might have a bit of fun with body doubles as the debate goes on. People work as dancers, people work as entertainers, and the question is whether all of those people should be covered by this legislation or not, and in what circumstances it is appropriate to cover them. Mr. Chairman, I'm looking forward to the contribution from the Minister in charge of the bill on this particular clause as to the appropriateness of it. I think there will be considerable debate in a number of titles. I think it's fair to say that some of those titles will be facetious, and you in the end might end up ruling out some of the amendments as they come to the House, but that'll be a matter of judgment for you, and we will, Mr. Chairman, try and get them to you all at least 30 seconds before they're voted on, in order for you to give them the consideration that they deserve. Because I think I'm aware of the rules, and in fact I think probably as a whip I did some work from the other side of the House on occasions, trying to ensure that amendments to titles were serious amendments rather than facetious amendments. Because if they are facetious amendments, of course they can be debated, but they can't be voted on. And I think therefore what we will have is quite a lot of debate on facetious amendments and some on serious amendments as well. Because the way the rules go, it's sort of unusual. It's quite lovely from our perspective at the moment. There's not a limitation on moving the amendments. The limitation is actually on them having them been put, and that's what the Labour Party will do. Mr. Chairman, I think there are a lot of views. There are a lot of views around here as to better words for going in here. I think I'd be interested in the contribution of the Maori Party as to whether we could have some translations that would fit better in here. Would fit better in here. I don't want to refer too directly to Mr. Browning and the description of a relationship that he had at one stage that suggested that someone was a whale rider. That suggested that someone was a whale rider, and there's a question therefore about whether we could have a translation of that, and whether working that into the title, an iconic New Zealand movie, one which was made under current legislation. You didn't need a bill. You didn't need a particular title. You didn't need a new arrangement in order to do it, and maybe that was appropriate, and maybe we'll go into the more modern era for the Maori Party and talk about their subservient approach on this legislation. And I say congratulations to Hone Harawira for withdrawing his vote on this issue and not voting with the National Party. And maybe given the approach that the National Party is giving to the Maori Party recently, boy is the right way of calling it. Maybe that is their approach to the Maori Party in this sort of legislation. And so I want to say that the attitude of ACT does not surprise me. They think the bill doesn't go far enough, and I'll be interested in their amendments. It might be the ACT Go Further bill, the Employment Relations Act Go Further.